Hi there, this is Crypto Marshall and today we'll talk about Bitcoin. To begin with, what is happening on the market? What this market collapse is all about? Let's get straight to the charts. On an hourly time frame, we can see that at 5 PM the Bitcoin market started to sell off after having a nice rally to $43,500. And up until 9 PM that was a healthy sell-off. Starting from 9 PM it was a complete rampage on the market. But what happened? 9 PM in the UK is 4 PM in the United States, and as we know, the stock markets are working from 9:30 AM till 4 PM on weekdays. So the last hour of traditional stock market trading in the United States, the major indices such as S&P 500, Dow, Nasdaq entered into a massive correction. Unfortunately, the Bitcoin price followed the correction in an amplified manner. Considering that nowadays there is a significant presence of institutional money on the crypto market, we can see a clear correlation between traditional stocks performance and crypto. Let me demonstrate the comparison. This is Nasdaq index and it clearly demonstrates how Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market, at least in this particular case. Okay, so what do I personally expect next? If you've watched my previous video in regards to Bitcoin, I did mention the impact of the Fed on the market, and I also said that I was expecting the bounce from the level of support to 45.5K at least, and then a correction to the levels of the trading interests. Well, I wasn't exactly spot on, I give you that, but we did have a rally to 43.5K and then dipped down to 38K. Let's go on a daily. I would expect to maintain our new level of support of 37.5K at least for the time being, and if the traditional markets manage to sustain in the nearest future without diving into further corrections, we should be able to bounce from the new level of support at least for the retest of our structural resistance of 40K. Unfortunately, next scenarios are at the mercy of the stocks. But as I mentioned in the previous video, the major trading interest area is in between 30 and 40K, and that is simply due to the fact that major institutional players were entering Bitcoin positions at these levels. And I personally would consider it highly unlikely to go below 34K according to the VPVR indicator. If the dust settles in and the traditional markets recover, I would expect seeing a further uprise to resistance levels of 50 and 51K, and only after that I would see how the market performs next. I know it all happened all of a sudden and it was right at the final hour of trading at stocks markets, but it is what it is. Be prepared for the new announcements from the Fed about their tapering scheme to fight inflation, and as inflation rates get worse, the monetary policy would get tighter as well. If the stocks manage to price in the monetary policies in advance, we're good to go for another tryout. If not, we're likely to get dragged in the stocks roller coaster. That's it for today folks. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.